All right, so we finally got parts in for the NV4500 Top Cover Shifter, whatever you want to call it. Again, we are upgrading this to the late model version. Get this up out of the way. Hi there, cat. For the removable and separately replaceable shifter versus this one where, yeah, it is serviceable, but wears out the actual inner base here. And so this cover gets junked over time anyway. So we're going to be upgrading to this. I am inside my basement because it's currently like 5 degrees, maybe 0, maybe negative. Too damn cold to be in the garage, even with the heater that's in there. My gas bill would be like $400. All right, got some gloves on, as I should have had on before I started this, but you know, whatever. But yeah, I am in the basement, so audio might be a little weird. We got aquariums, we got birds. If you've already heard, one of them likes to talk a lot. But anyway, so yeah, getting started on this. I do have like my reference video up on the TV behind the camera. Everything. I believe I have everything here. So starting off with parts. Obviously, we have our top plate and shifter. I got both of these from Torque Team 4x4, along with our baffle and breather tube assembly there. I also got a replacement fill plug for the transmission case itself, as mine was pretty well rust welded to it and did not survive removal. So that's the bottom side of the new shifter, hopefully in frame. And our little spacer, which this one appears to be metal, is magnetic, so pretty sure it's metal, not just solid rubber. I believe shifter also came with RTV. Kind of shoved everything in here for convenience purposes. Go ahead and open this up. So yeah, 13 4x4 is where I got the top plate the bare top plate from. There's the inside of it. Pretty neat, nice and clean, all looking good. Put that over there for now. And then from transmission parts distributor, or whatever the hell the site is, got the small parts kit and our reverse and fifth gear shift fork. Be replacing this guy back here. They are a little different. From what I'm understanding, we don't use these plastic guides or this pin that came in the small parts kit. And then we have plastic sticking to my hand. We have a little plunger. We have new gasket for the reverse switch. Got 3 black springs, 3 kind of goldish brown springs. I believe those go for the detents. Whole bunch of roll pins. Some of them, I don't know how well the camera picks up on all the small stuff on the table, but yeah, a bunch of little roll pins that we'll try to have not roll off the table here. Then plugs for both the old and new version. I believe the big ones are for the old plate, so we won't need those. Those get to live up there for now. Plugs for the new top plate. Little plug will go. Would have gone in there, but that's already plugged up. I'm gonna have to punch that out so I can get these plungers down where this pin also goes. I'll have to knock that guy out somehow. Hopefully. Unless I'm mistaken. Oh, I might be mistaken for over here. I'll have to refer back to my reference video that I got pulled up. I'm just trying to help add to the collection of information, I suppose. But yeah, caps and our plungers. Oh, don't roll away. Plungers for the rails, and then that pin will go in the middle rail. And there's that little plug. So I don't think we're going to be using these guys. So yeah, that's all of our parts that are required for this, along with new baffle and vent tube. Those are recommended. Yeah, that should be good for us to get started. All right, as far as tools go, we're going to need a drill and a drill bit. I really like these spider bits. Probably overkill for just some old cast aluminum, but spider bits have gotten me through some hard and bad days. And just some screwdrivers to help push things around. I got a little bit of Loctite just in case I find anything I think needs it. Hammer, probably don't need one this big, but it's what I grabbed. And then some punches to punch out roll pins. And then either assembly grease or lube. I grabbed lube because I don't have any actual grease. So I grabbed some on my way home from work and I forgot to. So we're going to roll with this for now. Should be fine. Everything's going to get splashed in gear oil eventually anyway. And this does not see as much wear as obviously your gears and bearings. So with that, we'll get started on tearing everything out of our old top plate here. All right, so like I said, gonna have to drill some holes through here to get access to, and hopefully you have enough resolution or whatever in the camera. Got roll pin here and here, so 2 in the big fork, and then here and here in the middle fork, and then 1, I believe it's just 1 in the small fork, looks like it. Yep. And then also for your shift lugs, you got 1 in the middle and 1 up here as well. That we don't need drill holes for there. We can move them around. So yeah, we got drill holes through the top to get to those, at least those 2 first. Start out with that. Let's kind of guess where they are. Say, try to get this guy all in neutral here. Damn, overkilling it. There we go. That's in neutral now. So go with this guy here. Go around, try to see with my fingers. I think I'm pretty good at it. Let's say probably about right there. Come on now. See, did I miss? I think I sure did. Yep, and you come towards me just a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get the broom and the vacuum, all kinds of stuff out. I'm already making a bigger mess than I wanted to. Yeah. Eats through it until you get to that last little bit there. Alright, so there's 1 pin there. Kind of see, try to give a good reference for where those holes got to go. Yeah, if yours has these numbers, I'd say basically 1/8 of an inch right above the 17 or the 7 there. If those numbers match across the covers, I don't know. But yeah, try to get your edge of the bit about 1/8 inch from there. So let's see, what size are these punches numbered? Size? They sure ain't. Just guess out a punch that works. Try that. Or if it might be easier, go down through the other way. Yeah, let's try going the other way there. Hey, yeah, that went a lot better. All right, cool. There's 1 old roll pin. Put those over there. Let's see. Try to feel around with the fingers for the next one. Say maybe. Maybe about right. Oh, don't walk on me now. Center punch here. Come on now. Let's see. Oh yeah, we nailed that one. I can see with my fingers. What do you know? Roll pin number 2. Yeah, sure is a good thing. Me and the wife agreed the basement's my area. Oh man, already making a huge mess. Alright, so that's the pins out of that fork. Okay, well, we had a bit of camera issue there, so made some other holes. Got the hole, or the pin, the forward pin on our middle fork here punched out. You can take this whole fork, move it forward. Make sure your other 2 rails are in neutral, else you won't be able to move it. And then, again, just drilling holes, looking for that pin to punch it down through, well, I guess, down this way. And then the rest, I believe we can punch down towards the cover. Go ahead and give that a shot here. That's moving. For sure signs someone else has been in here before, I think. Because I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's like flathead screwdriver looking marks almost. So almost wonder if someone's been in here Christmas past, but who knows. That pin's almost free. There it goes. Gotta kind of wiggle it and angle it out of there. Okay, so both pins are out of both of these forks. Now we're gonna go for in here on our little fork. Goes. Move that guy out of the way and go for our center lug here. Everything would hold still for. Ooh, I didn't realize my mat here is moving around so much. Hopefully, don't think I've lost anything. Got a camera going, so if I did lose anything, we'll find it, I suppose. Or at least see where we last saw it. Yeah, it's moving. Oh, it doesn't help that I'm on such a wobbly table. But it is what it is. That one dropped out. I believe our shifter's getting jammed up. One more on this next slug here. Those are the camera. So we got this pin out of this slug here. Now we're going for this lug on this pin. Or this pin on this lug. Lugs, pins, pins, lugs. Pigs. I don't know. Well, yep, something just fell off. Looks like little middle pin. Okay. Oh no. Yeah, we'll find those later. Okay, I believe that is all of the roll pins. Some might be trapped up in there. We'll get them out later. Or we won't. We don't need them. We got new ones. So, let's see if I can get everything back to neutral here. There we go. Help out. Okay. So then, we got to get these plugs out the back. And there are holes to stick a punch down in there and knock those plugs out. Hopefully my punch is long enough here. Let's see if we can get this guy out of the way at all. Uh-oh, that punch ain't long enough. Screwdriver? Yeah. Precision screwdriver is just a precision punch, don't you know? Maybe. Alright, hang on. We're getting all discombobulated here. Okay, well, I don't seem to have a punch long enough. This ain't strong enough to push these caps out. Do have one out so far, though. What I did was I just drilled a hole through it, which, as you can probably tell, I took a pause. I cleaned up. So I thought I was done drilling. Not done drilling. So I'm just going to keep going about that method to get it on camera, kind of show how it's going, in case someone else gets stuck without a punch long enough or screwdriver not hard enough. Here's another way you can go about it. And just take a big old screwdriver and maybe not towards the giant fish tank, towards the TV. How about we do it this way? There we go. Pop it out of there. Be careful not to plunge down into your shift rail, and you should be alright. Let's see how do I do this for the first time. Yep. Again, drill a hole in the plug and just work it out. Easy enough. And dump out all your clip-ins, and we're gonna sweep those up again because I don't want to be working around metal shavings inside too much and get all caught up in my clothes and everything. Where'd my button go? Alright, hang on. Alright. Got those plugs drilled out there, or drilled out, pulled out. And I believe we can just start to shimmy everything backwards. Remember the screwdriver there. I believe we can start with middle rail here. Not the middle rail. Try to get those shavings out of the way. Come on, you. Oh, it's all the way forward. Hang on. No, get that. Turn it here. Away from where that detent's grabbing it. for some reason our fork here is still grabbing on pretty good. Our lug is free. Both pins are out. Let's see what we can do here. Keep trying to turn it. Better if I had a right angled pick or something here. So yeah, kind of spin that rail around. That way your detents aren't grabbing onto the lugs. Should make it easier to actually get the rail pulled out. Mine is kind of catching on the shift fork itself, making it kind of a pain, but since we don't got the detents grabbing it no more, we should start getting moving here. And now we're just moving the whole fork and everything with it, which should hopefully work out eventually. We're moving. Come on. Let go. It's okay. There we go. Oh man, it's really definitely needs cleaned. So yeah, just kind of work at it nice and slow. Don't try to, try not to mar up your rail or bend it or anything. It's pretty thick metal. I don't think you'd bend it too easily, but crazier things have happened to not as crazy people. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, you're just grabbing on that fork. There we go. All right, where are we here? Try to get the shift lug out of the way. There we go. All right, so there's big fork and its lug. Now, got one more detent thing, which I believe is now currently catching that other slot. Sure is. Get that back somewhere smooth. And then you have 3 plungers that are hidden in these 3 humps here, pushing down on your rails, and that's what gives you your little clicks in the gear. And try not to have those fleeing across the room. There's plunger, spring. Just inspect it, make sure it's not super worn down. This looks fine. All good to reuse there. We will replace the spring. Where is my paper towels? Where'd they go? There they are. This just needs clean. A little bit of surface corrosion on it. Something was trying to scratch in that fork, so I might have to check that out. Maybe ream something out there. Don't see nothing. No burr at where the pins go through. We'll inspect all that once we're all torn apart and going back together. Yeah, and then do the same thing for this rail over here. Get that moving. Get that out of the way, and then grab your first roll pin hole there and spin it to where your detents aren't grabbing. start getting it moving. Kind of using the detent slots as grabs for the screwdriver to help guide this rail out. Come on now. Come on. Trying to do this on a wobbly table makes it a bit harder. Come on. Let's see. We're not reusing this fork anyway. Move it a little bit. Awful stubborn. Maybe I was wrong about someone being in here before. This seems like just 40 years. I don't know if my math is right there. Years and years of just being stuck on there. There we go. All right. Didn't even mess it up. We could probably use that in if sell on eBay. $2. I don't know. Yeah. Again, don't let that plunger go flying out. That is our little Works rail. It's plunger. Again, check that out. Make sure it's not flattened out. They do have a little flat landing on them, but don't, make sure it's not worn down. All looks good there. And then that roll pin didn't get all the way out of there. There it goes. Somewhere. That lug's free. Forget my own advice. Turn. Why are you? Come on, don't be stubborn now. I'll bet you that pin. So there's a pin in this middle one, so you do the two side ones first. There's a pin that'll push out these lugs, which these lugs interface to the other rails to make sure you can only move one rail at a time. I bet you right now I'm fighting that pin. So I may have to. There's that other roll pin there. May have to do some finagling here. There we go. Now that's shifted down. That pin should be out of the way. Now it'll rotate. Now we're cooking. Stiff, stiff, stiff. All right, let's see here. I am trying to be gentle here. And it's just fighting me. That little pin did fall out there. We do have a new one in the kit to be able to replace that, although they don't really wear out from what I'm understanding. But yeah, so we're just trying to get that rail to come off of that fork there. I know I'm kind of not getting the best camera work here, but it is what it is. There we go. Fork is off. Center fork, far fork, currently. That fork there. This guy's lug. And then again, trying to make sure that plunger doesn't fly out. Lock it. It's there. And then that's our plungers. And then there's our little interlock plunger, one of them. Or the second one went probably in there somewhere. But yeah, that's everything we need out of the old cover. And that's it. And so you can see the old shifter there, bottom of it. I'll try to get up here with the camera to demonstrate why exactly we're doing this. So, as I said, this one is held in with spring tension. There's this plate you push down and rotate, and there's a spring underneath it, keeping pressure up here, and that plate hooks onto pins here on the side. And then that's pushing down onto this casting itself. You can see where this ring is. You can't actually replace that without replacing the whole top cover. So that's why we're upgrading to this late model one, because even that's just going to wear itself out even more. And there's no options for aftermarket shifters, versus with the square bore one, there are going to be options. Okay, I'm going to call it here for tonight. It's about 9:30. I obviously have parts to clean off. Got work in the morning. Yeah, so we're going to call it there. I'm going to clean off all the parts, move files off the phone to the computer. That way I have room on there again, because I am still recording on just my phone. And then part 2 will be with clean parts and putting everything into the late model plate. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time.